Welcome back to Talk of the Town. With me now, I've got our news partner, and that's WWBIC. It's the Wisconsin Women's Business Initiative Corporation.
That's right.
We have Andrea Hughes. She's over with WWBIC. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
And we also have Megan Blake-Horst, and she's with the City of Madison, and we're going to chat about some events coming up and how you guys kind of work collectively together as well. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So let's talk about first, Andrea, how can you tell us how WWBIC can help people get started in the food business and industry, really?
Well, one of the first things they can do is simply come in for just some general counseling. That's free. You sit down. We have a one-on-one. We try to figure out whether you're going to be doing a food cart, a restaurant, or maybe you're making jams and selling it at the farmer's market, or you got an idea for a great chip, whatever. You can come in and talk to us, and we start them through the process of finding partners that they need to do, like Megan, or whether it's maybe they need to sit down and write a business plan, maybe they need funding, you know, all that type of thing.
Which is so great, because I think a lot of people have ideas, but putting those ideas into action is probably one of the biggest and hardest steps when you have something new. And I know you mentioned food carts. Not only are you making me hungry today, but also, what are the first steps to starting a food cart? And Megan, that's kind of what you do with the city as well.
Yeah, I'm the street vending coordinator with the city, so overseeing the street vending that happens in Madison. And there's two main steps when thinking about starting a food cart.
Sure.
First is contacting the health department. And you can go through our street vending website at the City of Madison to get there, or go straight to the Madison-Dane County Public Health Department. And there's steps, because there's a lot of licensing that has to happen on the food side. And then the second step, I would say, would be coming to me and finding out about the regulations of where you can vend, what size your vehicle can be, and things like that. So a lot of times people will purchase a cart and then try and go through the steps that Andrea was talking about, or I'm talking about, and they might be out $50,000 by that chance, by not being able to vend and the timing and all of those things. So
not a good idea.
Not a good idea. It's important to start with finding out what your licenses are first before you invest the money.
Right. You can't just bring your car up and start selling things out of the back.
No. We'll talk to you about that if you do.
There you go. There you go. And what is the startup cost for a food cart? I know you mentioned some different price points there.
Well, that depends. It's a great range. If you want a hot dog stand, something as simple as that, you're looking at just the stand. Maybe you could get away with, I don't know, $3,000. But honestly, when you're going to do it and you really want to be downtown, you got a truck to pull it, you've got your cart, you've got insurance, you've got the licensing, you need inventory. That's why you need a plan. So we're looking at anywhere between 25 to 100 grand, depending on if you're getting a truck or whatnot. So that's why it's important to sit down and work through the numbers to see if this is something you can do and want to do.
You got to be prepared.
You got to be
Absolutely.
prepared.
Absolutely. And it sounds like there's a selection process too, if you do want to be in the downtown area. So what's that selection process like?
We call that the mall concourse vending area. So it's a high density area where there's lots of people. And so applications to be part of that are due September 1st, and that's any interested party, whether you're a current vendor or a new vendor. Every vendor has to go through the food cart review process every year, and that happens in October, and it's about 2 weeks right now, where there's a panel of 15 to 20 people that come and do tastings of all the food. Then those scores are tabulated, right? Yeah, it's a fun job. Also a hard job, because if you're scoring 60 carts and you have 2 weeks to do it, that's a lot of food to eat.
Right.
And so those scores are tabulated, plus there's points for seniority and demerits for having health code violations or other licensing violations. Those are all tabulated, and that figures out who's first, second, third, and then you get your spot based on that ranking. We do know that there's some flaws to that system. There's been a lot of talk about that this year, so we are doing some things to be proactive about finding out new ways we might do this. And on February 23rd from 6 to 8 at the Central Library, we're having a community conversation about general street vending. So whether you're a food cart, art and craft vendor, anyone else, you can come and give us your input so we can make some change in the process.
And speaking of events coming up, WWBIC's got one coming up here on January 28th, and that's Steps to Start a Food-Based Business. And it's more than just about food carts, any food-based businesses, and that's correct. We've only got about 30 seconds left.
That's right. So as I said, it's different. If you're making jam,
Right.
That's something different. If you're making food that you're going to sell in the grocery stores, you're going to have a different thing. But we're going to have people from the Department of Agriculture there. Megan's going to be there. We're also going to have
Awesome.
people from the Department of Health. So it'll be a well-rounded event to help you get started on your food-based business.
Very cool. And be sure to head to their website to check it out and get signed up and attend that event. Again, WWBIC and the City of Madison, thank you ladies for both being
Thank
here
you
today.
Thank
very
you very
much.
much.
We appreciate it. And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right after this.